How do we get better comprehension while we're reading the material? And this next drill that we're going to do is actually a very simple technique that you can use to enhance your comprehension. So I want everybody to look at this article that we passed out before the break. A lot of you should have the India Skills Famine article. Go ahead and take a look at that. Here's what we're going to do. We already said that going forward we want to try to use our hand to guide our eyes while we're reading. So your hand or your finger or a pen. What I want you to do during this next exercise, I want you to be reading the material using your hand, but I want you to slow down on the first sentence of a paragraph and then speed up after that first sentence. So every time you get to the first sentence of a paragraph, you're just going to slow down a little bit. Not extremely slow, just carefully. After you get that first sentence, I want you to accelerate and go a little faster. Now, not too fast where you can't understand it, but you're just slowing down. You're basically treating sentences differently in the paragraph. Why am I asking you to slow down on the first sentence? It's pretty obvious. So the first sentence is typically the topic sentence or the main idea. Now we know that that's not always going to be the case, but most of the time it is. Sometimes in some material it's 80-90% of the time that's going to be the case where this first sentence is telling you, hey, here's what I'm going to tell you about in this material, and now I'm going to start telling you about it. Details. New paragraph, here's a new topic, here's some more details. So I want you to try doing this, and actually, I'm going to do this out loud just so you can see how this would work in an article like this. This article is called India Skills Famine. Look at the first sentence, first paragraph there. It says, the economic transformation of India is one of the great business stories of our time. Does that sound like a topic sentence? Absolutely, right? This first sentence tells us a lot of information. After I read that first sentence, I would just speed up a little bit now. Okay? Now I get to the next paragraph. But India has run into a surprising hitch on its way to superpower status. Its inexhaustible supply of workers is becoming exhausted. Sound like another main idea? Absolutely. Now we just speed up a little bit. So we're trying to take the main idea and run with it. Look at the third paragraph. How is this possible in a country that every year produces 2.5 million college graduates and 400,000 engineers? Another topic sentence. It's in the form of a question, but it gives us a lot of relevant information. And now we pick up the speed a little bit for the details. Fourth paragraph. There was a time when many economists believed that post-secondary education didn't have much impact on economic growth. Okay, that's interesting. Now let me pick up my speed. Next paragraph. The irony of the current situation is that India was once considered to be overeducated. Again, another main idea. Now I pick up my speed. Since the Second World War, the countries that have made successful leaps from developing to developed status have all poured money, public and private, into education. Another main idea. And the last paragraph, the first sentence says, India has taken tentative steps to remedy its skills famine. The current government has made noises about doubling spending on education, and a host of new colleges and universities have sprung up since the mid-1990s. You see how every one of those first sentences gives you topic. And a lot of them hit on a very similar kind of a theme. Just by reading the first sentences out loud, all of us in here know this is about India, their workforce, their economy, education. These big themes come out very easily this way.